Hello and welcome to another Wellness Wednesday. I'm really excited because today, I know we're beginning in the new year. We're really only in the second week of January, but I'm really excited because I have had so many people that have come into my office this year already and told me that they are wanting to change some of their habits this year. So they are wanting to either eat healthier or have regular meals. They are going to the gym or wanting to lose weight or wanting to get stronger. And they're really psyched to start this year with these goals. However, about 80% of the time, people lose progress and usually give up on their goals by the end of January. So what I want to do today is I want to talk a little bit more about the fact that when it comes to working out, if you don't set yourself up to, number one, exercise the right amount of times per week, exercise the right areas, and make sure you're feeding your body the right type of calories and the number of calories that your body needs, you may not be able to build muscle, and therefore your body's going to break down muscle. That means you're going to be working against yourself. If you are not getting enough calories, if you are not exercising to build muscle and you're not getting enough protein, your body will say, you know what, we need more protein. It'll literally break down your muscles, break down your heart, which can lead to a lot of other issues with cardiovascular disease later on and also make your heart weaker, but it's going to actually destroy your goals. If you are not getting muscle workouts and muscle building, your metabolism is going to drop. Your body will literally lower metabolism to help make sure that you are not building muscle. So one of the things that I want to talk about is today, number one, how to do the right workouts. And if you are doing a workout and you're not seeing progress, why that might be. So for those of you that are working out, I usually say you want to make sure you're working out at least 3 days a week for about 20 minutes. During that time, you can do more high intensity exercises. So you may want to do or focus on building muscle with weightlifting. So that doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're out there with a huge bar doing squats, lifting weights, or deadlifts. You could literally be just doing resistance exercises. You could have a weighted vest on to help you build muscle as well. But you want to make sure that you are doing at least 3 days a week, 20 minutes, focusing on building muscle. Another really important thing is to understand that when you are exercising to build muscle, you have to rip muscle apart and then your body builds it back stronger. So if you are doing an exercise program, say for your core, and you're ripping those muscles apart, your body's going to need a couple days to recover from that. So your next workout session, don't work on core again. Maybe switch and do upper extremities and upper body workouts, or switch and do lower body workouts. So 3 days a week, if you're doing exercises 3 days a week, I would focus on upper body, core, and lower body. Spread them out so that you are doing different body areas. And then as those muscles get broken apart and rebuild stronger, you have more muscle mass. So now you have a higher metabolism. And then the more you build and build and build, your metabolism is going to get higher and you're going to burn calories by doing nothing. You can sit on the couch and you're losing weight because those muscles have a higher metabolism and are burning calories for you just by simply being there. So exercise, like I said, really important. The other thing is you want to make sure that you are eating correctly. That means that you need to make sure you're eating more frequently, smaller meals throughout the day. Usually I recommend one serving, one handful of protein, so about the size of your palm. That's going to be 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 2 eggs, a handful of mixed nuts, or about 4 ounces of any type of protein source that's out there. But I usually recommend every 3 to 4 hours, 1 handful of protein, 1 handful of fruits and vegetables so that you are getting fiber and vitamins, but you're also getting the protein your body needs to actually build muscle and keep your metabolism going. Because if you are doing, especially if you are having some hormone balance issues, I do not recommend intermittent fasting. That can actually make things worse. So if you are having hormone balance issues, I usually recommend getting testing done to see what you need to do to get that back on balance so that your body's not in that fight or flight mode and not working against you. Typically, we can do some supportive adaptogenic herbs to help support adrenal gland, talk about some dietary changes to make sure that you are still making your weight loss goals and making your goals for the year, but we may have to adapt those specifically for your hormone imbalance issues. If you do not have hormone imbalance issues and are doing intermittent fasting, basically your body is only able to focus on metabolism during the times that you are eating. So we're boosting metabolism when we're eating more frequently. And then when we go long periods of time, your body can focus on detox, which can be great. But typically, if you have some hormone imbalance issues or blood sugar imbalance issues during that intermittent time when you're fasting, your blood sugar can be literally going like this and your adrenal gland could be going crazy trying to adapt and trying to manage that blood sugar. So I am more of a proponent of eating more frequently. Like I said, every 3 to 4 hours, one handful of protein, one handful of full of fruits and vegetables so that you are boosting and stimulating your metabolism. If you are struggling when it comes to workouts or when it comes to kind of tracking your meals or knowing you're getting enough food, there's a couple apps that I found are really, really, really helpful. So I know a lot of people are big fans of MyFitnessPal. That is a great app because you can not only track what you're eating, but you can also track your workouts, and it can kind of tell you what you're aiming for if you're meeting your goals on track. I am also a big proponent. I really like this app called LifeSum. Not only does it have a widget for Android, so there's like you can just press a plus sign to add things in, but you can save your favorite meals. So if you have the same things over and over again, you can have it saved so that it automatically adds it in there for you. But that actually tracks your water intake, it tracks your food intake, and you can actually even break down the macros. So if you have a higher goal for protein, you can actually plug that in, and it also tracks your exercises and workouts. So it's really nice because you can see all of those on the widget, so it's really easy to see. You don't have to necessarily go all the way into the app, but then in the app, it actually tracks things, and you can even put some of your body measurements in there, so it helps you track things as we go. And then if you are having trouble with workouts, there's a couple apps that I found have been really helpful. So I really like an app called Fit On. It's called Fit On Workouts and Fitness Plans. So not only does it have, it'll ask you a bunch of questions as to what types of exercises you like, it actually will have workouts already pre-planned, ready to go for you to go in there, watch the video, do the workouts. They have everything from yoga to Pilates to weightlifting to classes. I mean, you name it, it's on there. And it's really great because you can kind of set it up for you specifically. You can tell it how many hours, how many times a week, how long of a time period you have to exercise, and it'll kind of program it for you. Another one I've had a few patients really like is called Caliber Fitness. That's another one that's really great because you can even, again, that one's more focused, I think, on weightlifting. So if you're at the gym, it can kind of help guide and even put together some like circuits for you. So it's a little easier that you can just go in there, get on the machines, do what you need to do, and you're good to go. Another one that's really great is called Alpha Progression Gym Logger. And that one, again, is more for the gym. You can log what you're doing. It can calculate some things for you. And it's a little bit more user-friendly. That one is a very simple app. So I do think people that are overwhelmed by all the different features, that may be a great baseline one for you. And for those of you that are having trouble with meal planning, we have actually partnered up with a company called Leisure Life. They are offering a monthly meal planner. So every single month, and they have seasonal food, so you don't have the same thing over and over again. They literally create a meal plan for you that has every single thing you're going to eat. So every meal and snack, they have a grocery list. So you can literally just pick it up for the month, go to the grocery store, get everything you need, bring it back home. They even have recipes, so you can make stuff in bulk and you have that same item repeating for like snack times a couple times during the week, or reusing some of that so that you're not spending a ton of time in the kitchen. And it's really simple step-by-step instructions. So you can eat healthier even if you have no idea about spices and foods. I did create a short link to get to that program. The link is bit.ly, so bit.ly/freedom weight. And freedom and weight are both capitalized. So again, that's bit.ly/freedom weight. And both freedom and weight are capitalized. So if you need some help and you need somebody to just tell you, get these things at the store, make these recipes, eat this food, that program does it all for you. And it's all seasonal, so it changes. You're going to get different flavors and different recipes to try. So that's kind of a nice one. And for those of you who have already been in the gym or have already lost some progress or feel like you need a little bit of a push or a boost, we have for the month of January, we are doing a free body composition profile. That means you're going to come in, we're going to do measurements, we're going to check your height, your weight, we're going to actually measure around your neck, your arm, your chest, your waist, your hips, your leg, and then we're also going to do body fat calculations with a actual squeeze caliper. So not a machine that has error factors, but literal squeezing of the body position so we can calculate your body fat percentage. We're also going to calculate your basal metabolic rate so we know how many calories your body needs at a bare minimum. And then if you are exercising, there are different calorie recommendations depending on how often you're exercising, how intense of an exercise program you're doing, so that you know you are getting the proper calories in, and we know that you are getting the proper intake and nutrition for what your body needs for the workouts that you're doing, so you don't lose progress. So we're doing that in the month of January. I usually recommend after your initial kind of baseline, about once a month or once every 6 weeks, you can come in, we can do measurements again and see where you're at. All you have to do is set up a consultation to do another measurement on that. But thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you learned some things today. So like I said, number one, make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're getting the proper type of exercise. Use apps for those things if you need help. And then you also want to make sure you are getting like baseline measurements so that you can have everything working for you and helping you to see that you're making progress in the long run. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you stop in. We've got some resources. We have a couple pages at the front desk that we have available for the body composition. I also have some resources, like a sheet that I wrote up that has all these recommendations on it with a little bit more specifics. And then we also have a sheet on our weight loss trio. That is our Metatrim, which is a product that helps to target fat so that you're losing fat. Also our Bio Cleanse to help make sure we're removing toxins so it's easier to increase metabolism and lose weight. And Active C, which is a vitamin C to help make sure that we're not causing damage to ligaments with your workouts, but also making sure we're supporting the detox process and healing process of your body as you're doing a different style of workout. So have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next Wednesday. We go live at 5.